Alright, this is an introduction to the Picture Lab. You should watch this before Friday the 15th. I just want to do a quick overview of what makes up a picture. So, each picture is made up of pixels, which are just one tiny point in a picture. A megapixel is 1 million pixels together, and so if you have a digital camera at home, you can look up how many megapixels it fits in a picture. If all you're taking is a small picture, you really don't need that many pixels. Like a picture on your phone, like a Snapchat, it's pretty small. You don't need that many pixels to be able to tell what the picture is of. But if you were blowing up that picture into a poster, you would need a lot more pixels because it would be much larger. Here's an example, a couple examples just to show you how more pixels make a picture clearer. All the way on the left, that's just 1 pixel, so it's just basically a block of color. As we go towards the right, more and more pixels are on the drawing. So all the way on the right, that's 100 by 100 pixels, and it's pretty clear. It's hard to see if it's blurry. The 50 by 50 pixels, you can kind of tell that a little bit is blurry, kind of around the outside of the R. And then it just gets worse as you go towards the left. So the more pixels you have, the clearer your image is. So each pixel has a color. And we record that color using red, green, and blue. So each pixel has a red, green, and blue value. Those values can range from 0 to 255. So here's some examples. This right here is when red is 255, green is 30, blue is 30. It makes like a just solid red. Here's where red is 30, green is 255, and blue is 30. That makes a solid green. You can see down here that when we up the opposite colors, so like when we keep red at 255 but we change green to 150 and blue to 150, that makes it a softer, like lighter red, and that's true for all of these. It's kind of the opposite of what you would expect if you were like mixing paint. And if you were like painting something and you wanted your red paint to be lighter, you would add white to it, you know, but the computer isn't mixing paint, the computer is mixing light, and so to get something to be lighter, we up the values. So it's kind of the opposite of what you'd expect. Like black is 0, 0, 0, and to get a light gray, you'd make the values larger, 200, 200, 200. So 255, 255, 255 is white. So it's not the same. When you mix paint, the more colors you throw in there, the darker it's going to get. It's the opposite of what you'd think if you were mixing paint. So at this point, you should pause the video and open the Color Chooser file from Moodle. And the link should be right underneath the link for this video. So the Color Chooser has been developed to help you mix perfect colors, because it's hard to just guess what the numbers should be for the color you want. So you can use this in 2 different ways. You can move the sliders around or move this little cross around to get the color you want, and then on the right it'll tell you what the numbers are. Or you can type in the numbers and see what the color is. Once you hit OK on the Color Chooser, it will show you the red, green, and blue values for the color you picked. So it'll show up like this: java.awt, which you don't have to worry about, .color, and then it shows you red, green, and blue. Alright, so at this point you should pause the video, keep Color Chooser out because you'll need that to answer the questions on Moodle. And when you're done, come back. So I just want to give you an idea of what we'll be doing in the Picture Lab. Basically we'll be manipulating pictures to change their color and their layout. So one of the things we're going to do is change colors. We can actually go through a picture pixel by pixel and change each color to be sepia tone or grayscale. Negative is when you flip the colors, so those are kind of creepy. We can take out all the blue, we can take out all the red, take out all the green. Those are all different ways we can change the color. And we'll also be mirroring images. So we'll, take all the pixels from the left and transfer them to the right, or all the pixels from the top and copy them to the bottom. And we can mirror images that way. We also have an optional thing at the end where you can do a green screen, where you take a picture of yourself in front of a green screen, and then you can go through pixel by pixel and any green pixel change to a different color. So you can change all the green to be like a picture of the Eiffel Tower or a beach or a roller coaster or whatever. Okay, so why are we doing this now? Pixels are assembled into a 2D array to create a picture, and we've already talked about how to kind of go through all of the items in a 2D array. So that's why we're doing it now. We'll be using nested for loops to reach every single pixel in a picture. So if you are hazy on nested for loops, you should go back and review. Alright, so in a little bit you will be downloading a zip file called PixLab 2016, and I want to give you a quick tour. There's one folder called Images, and in Images there are a bunch of pictures. Some of them are kind of weird. So this is the lady that created this lab. She's awesome, but I don't know why I don't know why she gave you her picture. It seems kind of like asking for trouble. But there's some other cool pictures. There's some flowers. There's the temple is cool. There's a fish in this water picture that's hard to see. And then I think these are her kids. I'm not really sure. If you would like to add your own pictures here, you can. They should be JPEGs, JPG. And they should also be like one of these sizes. If you open up these blank ones, they show you a size. So you could open that up in Microsoft Paint and then like paste a picture there to make sure it's the right size. Don't spend too much time worrying about the pictures though. We'll mostly be using this picture of a beach, which is fun to mess with. So feel free to add your own pictures, but don't spend too much time worrying about that. The real meat of the lab is in the classes folder, and you'll be familiarizing yourself with all of this, but basically the ones we'll be using, Picture Tester is what you'll use to test all of the methods that you write. Picture Explorer you can use to just open up a single picture and check individual pixels. So you could open up the beach picture, click on a pixel, and it'll tell you the values for red, green, and blue. And then Picture is where you'll be writing all the methods. So as you work through the activities, it's really important that you read the directions because they're written really clearly. So usually your question is answered right in the directions. Want to look at the timeline real quick? This is how much time we have left before finals. On Friday, before class, you should be watching this video and doing the video check. And then during class, you'll do Activity 1, which just kind of walks you through how to look at a picture. You have Monday off, so then Tuesday through Friday of the next week, you'll be doing Activities 2 through 5. And they're all named there so you can see what they do. Then on Monday of the week after, you'll get to pick 2 activities that you do. So you could do the green screen, or there's a bunch of cool other ones that you could do. And then the final time, which is 2 hours on Tuesday, you will have more work time to finish the You Pick activity. And there will be opportunities for extra credit. If you do extra You Pick activities at the end, you can get some extra credit. At any time, you can move faster than the rest of the class. This is just what I was thinking for an outline. But if you finish Activity 2 really quickly and you want to move on, you absolutely can. If you have any questions while you're going, like I said, please make sure you look at the directions, but you can always email me or talk to me in class. What you should do now is, or when you're in class, if you're watching this at home, wait till you're at school. Click on the PixLab file link that's on Moodle, extract that zip file, and put it in a folder called PictureLab in your U drive.